Let's hope he actually answers, but this is going to be very embarrassing.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach has...
JD Vance has had a rough little stretch here,
Tough
especially overseas. He's currently or not currently, I guess maybe he's back now from Islamabad. You know, he was dispatched to try to save Trump's very smart and tactical war that he so wisely led us into for no reason. I'm happier with the outcome of JD Vance ending up in like a little room with a bunch of Iranian negotiators than I am with nuking and erasing their civilization. But, you know, kind of a capstone on a tough week for JD. He was dispatched to Hungary, and there was this great clip of him at the rally that he was doing that was not an election rally, but he was like, but you should vote for Viktor Orban. He called in to get Trump to say some words to the Hungarians, and it went well.
Let's hope he actually answers, but this is going to be very embarrassing. All right.
I'm sorry, the person you were trying to reach has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
He holds it up to the microphone,
Try
like just
one more
to
time.
broadcast his shame, which I kind of appreciate.
I love that. Two funny things about it. One, headquarters, a client of mine. And,
Nice. Good disclosure.
We have ethics here on Nobody Knows Anything.
I find that if you don't have clients.
It makes it way easier. But also, here's to say, JD, we know a lot about fixing technical issues and connectivity issues. So
Right.
But come, give us a call. Give us a call on that one. Pretty tough.
Almost immediately after I don't think this was actually his fault, but it's hard to say. Orban's chances of winning the election in Hungary drop almost immediately, and just as of a few hours ago, he has conceded. So another huge win for JD. You've got this incredible tweet.
Visits Pope dies, leads Iranian negotiations, talks collapse, flies to Hungary to prop up Orban. Orban loses in a landslide. Man's got a streak that's from election enjoyer on Twitter.
So
he really is just kind of the bad news bears on this stuff.
Yeah, and no one's gonna remember the Hungary thing, I don't think, but I do think the war continues to be a legitimate threat to his political future. I think he's trying to do this dance, and it's an impossible situation. I think he legitimately ran for the Senate and has made his whole thing being isolationist and actual America first or whatever. Now he's put in the unenviable position of, a president who wants to eradicate civilizations. And there's been a bunch of stories in the last couple of weeks about JD, kind of being the one person on the inside that was actually trying to stop the president from going forward with this stuff. There was a great story reported out by Maggie Haberman and Jonathan Swan at the New York Times last week that is from their forthcoming book, which I think will be an interesting read on Trump 2.0 here. And for Vance, it's just there's no good option here, but it does feel like a fundamental threat to his political career to be the isolationist guy. And I do think that that's where at least a chunk of the party is going, but then now he's the face of the negotiation. So
it's a tough place to be, especially when it is not going well, certainly. And, again, you want to deliver for your sort of anti-war crowd, and you can't. It's just a tough position he's yoked to.
I imagine that his comms people have been working to get in these stories that he was the only one that was legitimately speaking up.
From the beginning, it was JD Vance was in the room powerfully attempting to stop the war.
Right. He's unless it goes well.
Unless it goes well, in which case I loved it.
In which case I was powerfully calling for him to do that. And then again, 21 hours in Pakistan, how Vance tried and failed to end a war he opposed, which I'm sure they're happy about the headline. He's I see, I always opposed, and then I tried to get us out of it. He kind of just became the point man of this thing. The anti-interventionist vice president is now inextricably linked to the outcome of the war with Iran. I don't think he liked that subhead as much as the last headline. That's from the Wall Street Journal. It wasn't an incredible split screen with JD Vance 21 hours negotiating in Islamabad with a fucking team of Iranians, and Donnie J's just at UFC Miami, telling fighters that they're super hot. What is happening? And Little Marco, even a bigger win for JD. Little Marco's just there, shooting the shit with Dana White from UFC. Again, I try not to do this is not normal resistance slop, but it is fucking crazy to have a guy who holds 18 national security jobs for us and the president just chilling with Dana White and hot ladies at UFC, while JD Vance, a 40-year-old man who wrote a book about the Appalachians and accidentally ended up vice president, is just trying to broker a deal that Obama administration took 18 months of diplomacy.
Dude, it's amazing. But it's also it is normal. This is what we do, man. You got people at UFC fights to kiss the ring. You've got even the A team is a New York real estate guy and friggin' Donald Trump's son-in-law. You know what I mean? It's not we're
that part is maybe the most crazy.
And that people actually are like, Witkoff, like
He was like, he was okay on
you
some
know?
stuff. And like he was being dispatched like straight from like the Ukraine. It's like he's gonna solve the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and then he's gonna fly, and in the middle of that, he's gonna take some Qatari bribes.
Yeah.
And like even Kushner was like, I'm still doing business with all of these
people.
which is very convenient. That's actually gonna be like a 2-for-1 meeting for me,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I needed to ask them how they were funneling me money for all my comms consulting for Mohammed bin Salman when he chopped up a Washington Post journalist. I was like, this is great. The two of them are the only other Americans. It's just Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff just like standing in the background of JD Vance being like, I didn't do it. I didn't get the deal. They're like, we
Sorry,
did
guys.
okay though. We had a great, we made some
we made some money.
And then like, I just love this. Like the only gaps in the deal, guys, it's just the uranium enrichment and the nuclear facilities and the de-escalation framework and the ending of the terrorist proxies and reopening the Strait of Hormuz and then the unfreezing of the Iranian fronts. But
How did it go?
he nailed it.
It's just everything.
Trump now is saying that we're going to blockade the Hormuz Strait, which I guess is a thing I guess it makes some sense to try to like not let their ships go through so that they're feeling the pain too. But it does feel like a kind of thing where, like it's a very classic Trump projection where he's like, no, I dumped her.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Like, no,
I'm
we're blocking
stopping
the Strait of Hormuz. It was totally open. Anyways, JD just slowly, his presidential stock is just slowly petering out over the last like a year plus of Trump not being good at president.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be Vance.
No.
And I will just say this. My take is Tucker Carlson. It has been Tucker Carlson. You heard it here first on Nobody Knows Anything. And he's creeped into third place, man. He is the #1 non-administration candidate. I think that is...
I am more of a Josh Hawley guy these days.
Yeah?
I think Hawley has played like a good little inside hand where he's like not crossing Trump so much that Trump is like, you know, putting him on blast. He doesn't really vote against things, which might be tough because like he's like, I'm a populist and we should stop cutting Medicaid, but I will vote to cut Medicaid because I don't want the orange man to be mad at me. But like he's done a lot more. He's working with Elizabeth Warren on a lot of stuff. Like he is doing legitimate populist things.
Nobody knows anything.